People who shove their school papers in their backpack with no binder, folder, etc. Not great, my dude, not great. Decent office job. I no longer shove my papers into a backpack. That's what my desk drawers are for. Shoving papers in my laptop bag, tool bag, desk drawer. I'm working on a sweet potato farm. Now I'm a teacher who shoves his papers in his bag with no binder, folder. I always buy these nice binders which I carefully organize with different colors at the beginning of each school year. By the end of September I'm back to the good old-fashioned chaos. Edit. For those giving advice on organizing, my own system is rather efficient emo. I get home and then just put all the loose papers into different piles on my desk. Basically 2 piles. Correct this shit and shit has been corrected. I go over the piles in the weekend until only shit has been corrected remains. Still trying to get my shit together, but this time in a more professional environment. Still looking for my homework from 5th grade. Wildland firefighter. Don't really have to put any papers in my bag anymore. Though I do subscribe to the stuff your 10 in the bag strategy over folding it. An engineer. Still shoving my papers into a backpack. I'm living on my own in a nice apartment, still shoving anything I want into whatever I want. I toast bread 3 slices to a slot. I park my motorcycle on the line between cars in the parking lot. I eat clementines whole and spit out the peel bit by bit. My computer desktop is packed with icons on the smallest size possible. I flush my toilet once a week. I listen to 2 podcasts at once, both at 2x speed. My closet is a pile of clothes roughly organized from big to small. I'm living with a very organized woman and it's a pretty middle-class suburban life. I got through school fine. My life changed when I got diagnosed with ADHD as an adult and started taking meds. It slipped under the radar BC my performance was high. I'm recovering from addiction to meth and alcohol. 1 year clean, woohoo. I'm a doctor so now I just shove them in my white coat instead. Lost in a sea of overwhelming guilt for my lost exam papers from 6 years ago. IRS worker doing your taxes. Now where did I put that? Oh well, fuck it, not my problem lol. Director at a company of a highly regulated industry. An extra fuck you to Megan Rice, my 8th grade science teacher, who said I wouldn't amount to anything. I am a web programmer. It's funny because my code tends to be very clean and well documented. My files are always very organized, too. Digital organization is really easy for me, but as soon as paper is involved everything goes to hell. The army. Still shoving things in my backpack, only now it's a camouflage backpack. A guy in my high school did this. He now has a PhD in astrophysics. Artist disorganized, but doing it full-time. Emergency and intensive care doctor. Still have a slightly chaotic core. Once ignored a chest infection in myself for so long, I ended up as a patient on my own ICU. Then had to have a little light thoracic surgery. I am now engaged to a man whose college nickname was Captain Sensible. He tells me when I am ill. He has no medical qualifications. Sensible bastard. Software engineer. On medication for ADHD, currently in college with my notes nice and organized. Faculty of Medicine. I run a program that helps pay for low-income people to be screened for cancer. My desk looks like a fucking disaster, but I know where everything is. A copywriter, still doing this out of spite. Who's in prison now, Mr. Kennedy? You dinosaur. I filled my backpack pretty quickly, so I used to walk around school with 2 shopping bags full of miscellaneous unsorted papers. I'm pretty successful and working in research now. I haven't used paper records for work in years. I still shove all of my important papers into a big plastic box, so I have to dig through the mess every year when I do my taxes. When the box gets full, I shove it in the closet and buy a new box. doing coke off a hooker's ass. Engineering student, and I still shove papers in my backpack and use them in a bonfire once the semester is over. To ex-college dropout and single parent, I guess you can say I never learned to put a protective cover on things before shoving places. I'm a CEO billionaire, thank you very much. A very disorganized grad student. Medical doctor. I got diagnosed ADD. Went to college. Got into a super competitive nursing program. Graduated magna cum laude. And now I'm in school for my master's. And now I can shove my papers into drawers. Phone. No case. Working in IT, and I have folders upon folders filled with unnamed Excel files. Book 1. Book 2. Book 3. Yup. Anyone else folded a stack of papers and kept it in the pants pocket? Still at high school. Still doing that. But I already got admitted to university, and if my grades don't drop, I'll get an 80% discount scholarship. I'm CEO of my own startup. Dead. Also, in jail. I'm married to a woman who used 100 colored pens to take in notes. So I've got that going for me. Using cloud services like OneNote, so I'm paper-free. Work at a hedge fund with my desk covered in paper. Software developer. Winning at life. I keep all my files on my desktop. When that gets full, I create a folder called Old Desktop and put everything in there. And start with a new desktop. When that gets full, I rinse and repeat. High school GPA 1.8, class of 1993. Coast Guard 1993 to 1995, kicked out for bad attitude. 1995 to 1999, pre-med, chem major 4.0 GPA. 1999-2000 carpenter. 2000-2001 commercial pilot training. 2001 to 2006 commercial pilot. Flew a jet that said Delta on the side. 2006 to 2010 nursing school 4.0 GPA. 2010 to 2013 ICU nurse. 2013 to 2016 nurse anesthesia school. 2016 to present, certified registered nurse anesthetist, currently own an anesthesia company making $500K per year. I look in the mirror and laugh every day. Successful and still shoving papers into bags. So I kinda cheated the system. I read through the entire textbook in a week or so. I never did homework. Minimal effort on classwork, but always A's on tests. They ended up isolating and supervising me during tests. Come to find out I'm Asperger's as hell, and I learned best this way. I own 2 businesses and provide a nice living for my family. I'm an accountant. My reports are very, very organized, but I have 3 drawers full of stuff I might need at some point. Working in a fucking supermarket, god damn it. I'm straight up not having a good time. Currently sitting in a university classroom. Got $1,000 in tuition this semester for grades. Suck it. You anal folder PPL. Only failed out of college 4 times. I work as an archivist. I'm in charge of organizing and storing our nation's historic documents. Can neither confirm nor deny whether folders and binders are involved. Working my way through school as an engineering major. Had some fairly successful internships so far. Graduated chemical engineer, worked at NASA for a bit. Right now I'm an aerospace engineer. I bought a briefcase with those hard portfolio pockets, so that I can shove paper in it and keep it nice and smooth. Getting my engineering degree while only midly improving on organization. Build super yachts, which is pretty neato. A Disney animator. Hey, I'm a 31-year-old homeowner, working at a Fortune 50 company, who smokes pot every day and had $102,640 in their 401k as of this morning. Shoving paper in people's mailboxes every day, grinning face with smiling eyes. Swimming coach, use an iPad and fuck all paperwork. System administrator. New domain is good, but my paperwork, holy shit. I get paid a lot of money to explain advertising and advertising technology to the people who wrote in 50 different color pens. Eat it, nerds. I'm a gifted kid burnout. I dropped out of college after less than a semester due to some wild mental health stuff, and now I'm working at Walmart. But I can pay all my bills and save some, so I'm not doing bad person. Shrugging light skin tone male sign. Things were digitized. Now I shove them in my Google Drive unorganized and search when I need it. Less crinkles. Same disorganization. Bartender. Sorry mom. Doing a quite well. Corporate level management. Still shove papers in my bag from time to time. In my late 40s. Still shoving papers in my backpack like they have no meaning. Happily married. SYS admin for a large global company on a decent salary. Still an unorganized twat though. Soon to be a dentist. Exclamation mark. I'm a teacher who tries to teach kids not to shove papers in their backpack with no binder, folder, while reminding myself that I'm a professional who needs to use a binder, folder. Doing a PhD DD in physics. Working as a software engineer. Still stuff papers into my bag whenever I am handed the cursed things. We are among you, indistinguishable from anyone else.